dusty homeland football field where 11 people were killed and many more injured. The police opened fire on tens of thousands of people at a meeting they regarded as illegal. More than 1,000 were said to have been arrested. Many were still there under army guard hours after the shooting. But Homeland officials stopped journalists taking photographs or interviewing anybody who might have been an eyewitness to the shootings. Tonight, Bophuthatswana's soldiers patrolled the settlement that's home for 1 million people in armored force. But there was evidence that the violence had spread to surrounding areas. A nursing sister who didn't want to be identified was working nearby.
When we started hearing the shots, one after the other, so we're curious to know what was happening. There was a meeting, the residents' meetings, just nearby. It's almost 2 streets away from the clinic. So just after, when they were busy discussing their matters, the police just surrounded them and started shooting.
The killings here came on the same day as dozens more blacks were shot dead by police in other parts of South Africa. This beer hall in KwaZulu had been attacked several times in the last few days. Most liquor stores in the black townships are controlled by the white authorities. For many blacks, that makes them a legitimate political target. The motives of others are more straightforward. After this attack at the weekend, police placed the store under armed guard. During the night, they opened fire on a similar crowd, killed 8 and wounded many more. The other main trouble spot was the Crossroads squatter camp in the Cape. People there set fire to vehicles on roads nearby in a wave of violence that followed the deaths of 2 policemen here yesterday. Crowds appeared at several points at the entrances of the camp, and gangs of youths began stoning vehicles, retreating back amongst the shacks when the police tried to hit back. Police did not go far into the camp. They shot 2 blacks dead, but they couldn't stop the stoning. The government here had hoped trouble in this area had quietened down, but here, as elsewhere in this country, it's always just beneath the surface. It adds up to one of the worst days of violence here for 2 years. Exceptional, perhaps, but the overall trend of unrest and killing is getting worse too. This is Michael Burke for the 9 o'clock news in South Africa.